One love. Go Africa.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my dear friends, dear colleagues, kings and queens, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the continent, and to those who are in the diaspora. There's a last question from our friends, our colleague, concerning about our leaders who assumed presidents being invited to Europe, to America, or especially to Western countries. Because this week, you remember that the president of Botswana, President Duma Boko, was invited in Belgium, where he met with European investors in Botswana and the president of European Union. So the question is why these Western countries are more likely to invite our leaders when they take power. You remember even Diomaye Faye, within 1 month he traveled to France, and now you see President Duma Boko, within 2 weeks is already being invited in Belgium. We know all of us that Botswana is rich in terms of diamond. So why these Western countries are more likely to invite our leaders? Why our leaders are not going to the countries such as Burkina Faso, such as our leaders, to see that our leaders are going to the African Union, but you see our leaders, when they get opportunity to lead us or to become the presidents, first of all they go to Europe. And even the president of Nigeria, Bola Tinubu, when he took the power, first of all he went to France to rest. He went to London. So you see why. The question is why. So my dear kings and queens, what you can discover here is that these European investors, all European investors in European continent, they have gathered together in Belgium to listen or to engage with President Duma Boko. So you see, the Europeans are very tactic. They come together. When it comes to the issue of resources, they are not going individual as Africans we are going. So you see, they came together. It is not about Belgium, it's about the interest of Europeans. And that's why you see President Duma Boko engaged with these European investors. So it is not Belgium investors, it is European investors. All investors of Europe came together. So it is very easy for them to convince our presidents, our leaders, because they come together. But when it comes to Africa, for instance, on the issue of diamond, I wish maybe it will be Africa-Europe dialogue, or Africa business dialogue, Africa-Europe business dialogue. But you see how the Europeans are very tactic. They know how to handle our leaders. They know how to engage with our leaders. They know how to conquer our leaders. So they came together. When it comes to the issue of resources, they came together. And that's why I think we insist that Africa, we need to come together. We need to unite. There's no need for one president, for instance, President Duma Boko, to go alone in Europe to discuss on the issue of diamond. I wish this should be the issue of the continent. But all in all, we have to respect the sovereignty of Botswana, because Africa, we are still divided. We are not united. And that's why you see President Duma Boko went himself. And of course, not only President Duma Boko, we have seen many our leaders, when they came to power, they have been invited to engage with Europeans, not with a certain country in Europe, to engage with Europeans. So I think, my dear kings and queens, there's a need for us, the people of Africa, to see the importance of coming together. And that's why we are insisting that Africa, we need to unite. And of course, our politicians, our leaders, maybe they didn't see the importance of coming together. But you see, that is what is happening. And all of us, we know that these foreign companies, especially European companies, are those who are working in our mining sector. So are good partners in mining. So why they are always welcoming our leaders very easy. So, but all in all, that is not the story, but the story is why? Because there's someone who raised the question that maybe these European companies, they have so technically understand how to engage with our leaders. Even President Ruto was invited in European. We see President Ruto traveled in different countries, but at the end of the day, you remember what the Gen Z did at that time. So, but all in all, the question is why these leaders are being invited in Europe. But you don't see they are going to invite a man such as Captain Ibrahim Traore or Abdulrahman Chiani or Assimi Goita. But why? Because these young leaders or these military leaders are so strict, so they are not easy to engage with them. So that's why when these, especially politicians, took offices, many of them are being invited to Europe or to America. Why? The question is why. But all in all, my dear kings and queens, we must understand that those who want to take our resources, they came with good ideas, they came with some techniques to make sure that they can conquer us, they can bring us to their near or to the front line, so that they can manipulate what we think and what we want to do. So they want to assurance of their investment. That's why you see they invite our leaders. But all in all, my dear kings and queens, I'm waiting to hear from you. What is your perspective? What is your opinion from this? Because it is too early, I think. But all in all, let us listen what you would say. Thank you.